Hey guys, Crewman here, and wow, what a week it's been in crypto. With Bitcoin smashing through 37,000 and Caspa just leaving the solar system, or looking like it's going to leave the solar system at over 9 cents now. It's been a great week for crypto, and I think something that got lost in the shuffle is a new GPU mineable coin called Powblocks. And as you can see here on Live Coin Watch, it's done pretty good in the last week. So good enough that it's been listed on exchanges. It was on hashrate.no for a minute, and K1 Pool enabled it as a GPU mineable coin. So in this video, I'm going to just do a very quick rundown of the coin and how to GPU mine it. Now remember, none of this is financial advice. Mine this at your own risk. Who knows what's going to happen with it? It could be something or it could be nothing. I'm just going to show you and give you the tools to mine it. Whether you choose to do it is up to you. So let's go to their website. It's got its white paper. It has some documents about it. It's got the Explorer. So you can take a look at that and see whether you would like it or not. In order to mine it, we're going to need two things. We're going to need to set up a K1 Pool account, and we're going to need a wallet. Now for the wallet, you can get them down here. You can use whichever one you recommend, or you can mine to the exchange directly, which I do not recommend doing, but that is an option. The next thing we're going to need to do is get a K1 Pool account. Now I would certainly appreciate it if you go into my videos and you would click the link to K1 Pool right here, and that will take you to create an account, and you have to go ahead and do that. If you choose not to do that, you can just go to k1pool.com and register that way. But like I said, I very, very much appreciate you using my referral code. I get a percent of 1%, which is basically nothing, of your mining income, which helps my channel. Everything goes back into it, so I certainly appreciate it. Anyway, once we get K1 Pool set up, we have the account, and we've got the mining address from K1 Pool. We've got to set it up in HiveOS. First thing you want to do is you want to set up the coin. Now you can just go to the coin when you set up a new flight sheet, and you can type in XPB and it should show up. You're going to have to add your own wallet. Again, you want to use your K1 address that they give you. And then you're going to want to configure the pool and the miner, because there is no option to use K1 Pool. And for the miners you can actually use gminer or Referral miner, or basically any miner that enables you to dual mine or triple mine or single mine, because it is an ETHHASH coin. I personally am using gminer, as I plan on dual mining this with Radiant. So let me show you now what my flight sheet looks like. So here's my flight sheet. And you can see for the main algorithm, you want to call it ETH because it's just ETHHASH. Set up your wallet worker name. For the pool, you want to make sure that you put us.xpb.k1.com or whatever country, whether you're using EU or you want to change it up. And then for the port, you want to do 9722. You don't need a password. And then if you're going to dual mine, you want to copy this flight sheet. You want to replace your address. Well, this is actually triple mining, I'm sorry, but you want to replace your Zil address and your user address with your K1 addresses. I prefer to mine everything off K1 Pool because I really, really like the way the pool works. If you use a different pool for Zil, which I would certainly not recommend, or for another coin, you're just going to have to edit your settings appropriately. And then you want to set your ETHHASH settings on the bottom, and then you want to set your Zil settings below that. So a few things I want to go over. The first thing I want to go over is when you're trying to tweak your settings for triple mining, you want to use DI. The lower the DI number, the higher the less power you use, but the lower on your second coin, aka Radiant, will be. Now in Referral, I think it's their R format. And then the higher the D1 number, the more power you will use, and the more of your second coin, in this case Radiant, you'll mine. For me, I didn't want to take my GPUs over about 30 megahash, so I didn't want to take them over about 130 watts, so I kept it to about 5.5 or 4.5, just depending on the GPUs. Now, for the record, most of the GPUs I'm using are 3070s and 3060 Ti's, with the occasional 3080 thrown in there. So my settings will reflect that. And since this is just ETHHASH coins, honestly, you can just look up how to mine ETH with any other GPU, whether it's AMD or NVIDIA, and get the settings you need. Another thing that will affect your power and your radiant how much radiant you mine is your core clock. The lower the core clock, the less radiant you'll mine and the less power you'll consume. The higher the core clock, the more radiant and the more power you'll consume. Now, to increase your ETH mining, you can set your core. You can lock your core clock. The lower the core clock, the less ETH you'll mine. Your power usage may go down, may go up. It honestly depends. For Ampere, it usually goes down a little bit, but you get less ETH hash. You know, you raise that, you get more ETH hash. Anything above 1500 tends to make the GPUs unstable, in my opinion. So you kind of just got to use whatever works for you. And finally, if you just want to dual mine, or even, God forbid, single mine, you can just forget about the dual algo. And if you want to just single mine, which I can't explain how much I don't recommend that, I would just get rid of the zil settings, which again I would not recommend at all. But you know, you guys got to do what you think is best. One final thing I want to note, if you'll notice, this is what your miner looks like on your flight sheet after you set it up. You're only going to see the Ethereum. You're not going to see the other coins on it, which is fine, because when you open up the miner, you're going to see this, which will show, you'll see your Ethereum on the left, and then you'll see your Radiant on the right. Now, like I said, you can agree or disagree with my settings. I spent about, a few hours tweaking them to what I thought was best for me. Obviously, you can change them, for yourself, and you can see that it's been mining Zil as well. So I hope this helps, guys. It's been a crazy ride, and this coin just keeps pumping. So, I'm going to stay on it for now, and, we'll see what happens. Thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe. The subs really, really help. I am so close to 2,000 subs. Everything really helps, guys. All your views help. All your support helps. Thank you so much. And please follow me on all the other socials. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Croup Man out.